No.
Hi, good morning, everybody. I was starting out and I wasn't even on. Don was out getting ready and he's back in already. Hope you're all having a good day and it gets better. And Randy, thanks for acting my shoulder. It hurts like a son of a gun. I don't know what else to say, but it will get better. I'm going to get over here now and let Don in. Oh, no.
Storm's over and
Oh, but it will get better.
we're
How
all
do you
dug
mute
out,
it?
I'm going to get over here now and let
getting
Don
piled up
go
pretty
through.
high.
Oh,
I'll be glad when spring comes.
How do you mute it?
Thought I'd give
there.
people
Sorry,
an idea
I
of
forgot
what
my
it's like to live in North
whatchamacallit
Dakota.
was on. Did you put that on?
Yeah.
John's giving you some pictures of our snow. It's
Running out of
unbelievable.
room to find places
We
to put all
decided to
the
have
snow.
somebody come in the community. We just live in a little
Haven't
circle
got
here,
the
and there's
truck
only
shoveled
five of
out
us.
yet.
All of us are pretty good friends, so we work together. And it's nice. I wouldn't like to live in a community with more people paying into it or whatever. But we
Good
all
morning,
decided.
Brad.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yep.
You got it?
Yeah, that's Brad from Tyler from Sinkers.
Oh,
I'll be right back.
okay. But anyway, thanks to everybody that came in so far. Randy, thanks for asking after my shoulder. I don't know if you heard me tell you that. I said it hurts like a son of a gun, but it will get better. Exercise, right? And trying not to do it. Hello, Jim Smith. How are you? Oh, Florida. Oh, Randy, yes, show me. John and I have been down there a few times into Florida when he was still working, and I would go with him when I retired. So we would just enjoy the weather and
You
everything.
must be muted.
Um, I don't know which part's
Oh.
muted. What? Oh,
Now you can talk to him.
oh, Johnson, now I can talk. He told me what to do, but he didn't tell me anything about putting on the headphones that would help. So I don't know if you heard me or not, but I did say hi to some of you. Jim, it's nice to see you. And see Randy, hi again. Serena, how do you say it? Is it Serena? And just all of you that's in chat, and I will catch up, and Don will as he comes back in and settles down. Um, where some of those first snow pictures you've seen, that was our courtyard and all the snow we had. When we first started out, we were just trying to clean it out a little bit. And we had so much snow, we had to make a choice of whether hauling it out or just packing it all in our yards. So we can hardly see out of our windows, and it's just piled up above it. I'm getting cabin fever from all the snow. It's driving me crazy. So I definitely need your Florida pictures, Randy. I have so much in Don's headphones. I don't know if it's me or not. If you can hear me.
Oh, that's
I can hear you.
Oh, can you? Okay, that's good.
I,
Yeah,
I was
because I
hoping
can.
you could hear me.
Who am I talking to?
This is Brad.
Oh, Brad.
Odell.
Hi. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can hear you now. And a little while ago, I couldn't hear nobody. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, take me out. Bye.
Bye.
Good morning, Brad. Thank you for coming aboard.
Hey, no problem. I
Yeah,
got out to do
today
some
we.
fishing.
Oh, I wish I could. Well, next weekend I got a tournament, so. and these snow pictures were taken just the other day, but it,
hopefully it's getting cleared off or going to.
Hello.
no, it's actually snowing again. I don't know. We've had. Good morning, Tim. Good morning, Jim. Uh, we've had 4 days in a row now with heavy fog and frost, and it was single digits tonight this morning.
Don, quiet man, Curtis. is in the house.
Welcome in, Curtis.
Miss
Good
Sandra.
morning, Sharina.
Morning, Serena.
Trying to catch up on
Let
all
me
of them.
catch up.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Catfish dog. Who's that? They're in.
Tim.
Jake, good morning. Good morning, Fresno. Thank you for coming in. Fishing Frustrations, thank you. And good morning. Zombie, good morning. I can recognize that one. I got your stickers, so I put them both up so I can remember that you got two channels.
Ollie's in
Holly,
the
good
house.
morning. Curtis, good morning.
Monty Sheets.
Good morning, Monty.
Welcome in, Monty.
Kevin Fishes.
The Kevin, good morning. The link should be pasted for anybody that wants to come up and join us. Today I'm hoping to talk about just basically all terminal tackle poles, see what everybody's using, how they're using it. So Braid was gracious enough to come up and talk to us about his weights. I got one more video I'm going to play. This is, if you notice those signs, you can see how high the snow is piled.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, we had more snow this year than we have in many years. But we got
That's crazy.
a couple days of sunshine, so the roads got cleared off. Did I lose you, Brad?
You clicked him off instead of.
Oh, I'm sorry, Brad. I clicked you off. Serena, how are you doing this morning? Zombie, good morning. Curtis, it's a fine Sunday, and we're going to be talking about some. Sorry about that, Brad. I got click happy.
No, it's all right. It happens to the best of us.
I'm kind of rookie at this,
No, kidding, not anymore yet.
but we're having a great time. Mike, good morning. Hope you have good luck today too. Brad,
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Uncle Lou's and guard dogs, and boy, you're all equipped.
We haven't said laugh out loud.
Good morning,
I'm pretty
Lee.
set up.
As far as you being a rookie.
Hey, Dink hit over 250 last night. He was at 251 last time I checked.
Cool.
So congratulations on the 250, Dink. Hopefully they all stick. They should.
Yeah. Mike's Fishing Home says hi, Brad.
How's it going, Mike? I can't wait to watch him later with the Scott's birthday.
At Fishing Fresno, said he hopes he catches a good one. You know, you want me to read these.
Holly says nothing happening with fishing here. She works at a bait shop up on the Garrison Dam, so she's my source of telling me if anybody's catching anything or not.
They'll usually tell you.
Yeah, some of them do. The locals don't so much. They think they have to keep it a secret.
Yeah.
I've never really been that way because I can go somewhere and catch some fish, and the next day go there and you catch nothing. But it seems really weird here. We start having real good catch of walleye or perch, and all of a sudden, next day you see all these cars from Minnesota there.
Oh yeah. I know there's a guy out fishing for crappie this morning, and he was about 110 feet away from me, and I'm like, I'll cast it in this corner away from him. And it wasn't wasn't 5 minutes, and he was all huffy, walked by and me screaming. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I just left him go and let him walk away. Didn't say anything. It's the easier thing to do. You could tell he was fired up. I'm like, there wasn't a single person crappie fishing except for him this morning.
Bass boats right now. I'll just quit. You can't. I don't if I read it.
Mike, you fishing with dog this morning? Yeah, Dink needs some congratulations this morning.
Oh, for sure.
I'll try not to click you off here. All right, I think I got it going now. But yeah, it's been a fairly nice week, but I don't remember having so much fog and frost and stuff, which the old timers would say that that means we're going to have a real wet spring or a lot of moisture coming up. And so far, it's been right.
Yeah, we actually had a pretty hard frost, and we still had some real heavy wind this morning. I came out and I'm like, oh, I don't know how good this is going to be, because it was almost white capping out here, and it's calmed out some.
Good morning, Flash. Thank you for stopping in. I'm having a good day. Well, Brad, you want to talk about your products?
Yeah. Hey, I do a lot of sinkers, dragging weights, and some spooks recently. That's the latest thing we've been doing. Just trying to make stuff affordable for people. That's the main thing,
Yep.
Yeah, a lot. Some of this stuff is priced way out of people's means, so they don't get to try it. Like, if Uncle Lou wouldn't have been selling them for what he was selling them for, I would have never used them. Personally. But I seen how much success other people were having with them, and I'm like, I want to try some. And so I talked to Uncle Lou and got some spooks off of him, and I've been using them ever since.
You paint them then yourself too?
Yeah, I paint them and everything myself. I airbrush them all. It's actually pretty fun to do.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of play around with the colors and stuff, and the glow in the dark paint.
Now you just cast all your weights. Do you have dragon weights or anything like that?
Yeah, I have dragging weights.
Okay.
I make them in basically mainly 2, 3, and 4, but I've had people ask me to make them in 5 and 6, and I usually do it for them. It just takes a little time to make sure you got your foam right and stuff, so they actually do what they're supposed to do. If you're stopping on a boat, I mean, we even got Lance using them from the bank a lot.
Yeah, I'm really anxious to get out this year. Last year, I didn't get a whole lot of fishing, but this year I'm hoping things will be better. I've never tried the spooks. I've tried stuff similar, but
yeah, we used to use the peg floats and line rattles, and I mean, don't get me wrong, they do the job. I think the spooks are just a different sound. So,
well, Holly says, "Where's Tidal Weights at?" Sorry, I missed that.
I'm actually out of Ohio, near Lima.
But I'm actually, I know I got a bunch of weights from you last year, and she says, "Blue skies and no snow. I'm jealous."
It's Ohio. It's Ohio. We had rain and hail for the first 2 days. Then we had 2 days of 50. The last day, yesterday, we had 54-mile-an-hour wind here, and power outages. You couldn't really. I was kind of working between the power on and off all day yesterday, trying to get stuff done, get stuff caught up.
Just sitting here waiting until you need me. That's why I'm not reading chat. There's no sense when you can't hear me. You don't answer.
Is that better?
Wait and see if I hear anything.
Yeah, I've got a bunch of scenarios I'm anxious to try out all the different ways. Coming out of the chutes at the dam, pretty swift current, and there's from about 18 to 40-foot drop. There's a big hole out there, and I have a real hard time keeping anything down in there and still get it back. So
Yeah, I know. I watch Big Mike fish that dam that he always fishes, and he always does breakaway rigs because you know for the fact you're going to need a heavy sinker to get down where you need, and it's going to get hung up. So, and it's kind of casualty of fishing a dam area because it's so rocky. You know, no sinker style really works real well. You just try to get something that can drop as fast as it can.
good morning, Monty. Good morning, Dallas. Thank you for coming aboard.
Good morning, guys. Good
How's
morning.
it going?
What? Thanks for the invite. Good morning, everyone.
I'm ready.
I'm just waiting for one of these guard dogs to go off so I can reel a fish in.
Yeah, with Monty right there watching.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, guys.
I'm really excited. I'll put them through the paces this year, and it'll be interesting, all the different scenarios that I fish in to see if they work or not.
Yeah, this lake here is it's always a really hard bite. They usually hit it real quick, and if you're not on top of your rods here, you'll miss way more than you'll catch. And I took these out the first day I got them, which is a section about 15 minutes around this bend, which is like a 35-minute walk to get back here, but no one hardly fishes it because it's so far off the beaten path. And I hit 2 for 2 on them, and that was the first time I ever used them. I'm like, that's pretty dang impressive because there's no way I would have got to them as fast as they hit.
G'day, mate. How are you? I'm here from from Australia. How are you? I've just come on YouTube, found a random stream, and I want to have a good chat.
Well, we're
No.
at Will, Colm, Bailey, Jimbo, McCullough. Boy, all these names I haven't seen before. Tom, Cardman.
Mike's fishing home. Good. I hope you guys have some good luck today too. Catch us some fish.
Playlist guy. Huh?
These guys here are missing.
Java, good morning. Boy, I can't hardly keep up with this. Ben, good morning.
No, don't get it.
I think I'm caught up.
I'm hearing a real echo on my end. I don't know if it's my computer or.
There's too much.
You said,
Are you bringing all those people in?
No.
Can you get rid of them?
No, I don't. The name sounds familiar, but I'm not sure. You have to give me more, Twisted. I'm old. I can't remember that well. Good morning, Sammy.
Is there people out there that monitor that take those notes?
It's supposed to be, yeah. So, Monty, you want to talk about your guard dog some?
Well, I'll tell you what, guys, we just came out with a new Guard Dog Pro model. Brad is using them now, as you can see in the picture. The brand new model that we just came out made with 6061 T6 aluminum, really, really strong. They've been manufactured to work with great on a bank or on a boat or even for ice fishing, Don. I don't know if you've had
You guys see that all right? Or am I too close?
No, it's just right.
Yeah.
You're not too close at all.
I got my screen facing the other way, so it's hard to see exactly where I'm at. Just using best judgment here.
Hey, Brad, if you get a chance, you might just give them just a little bit of a demonstration on how it works, sort of show them how to adjust that trigger system.
Yeah, not a problem. Wind this back up here. I had one sitting in my pocket for you when you asked. That way I had it close.
These guys, it's special request guests only.
The nice thing, avoid some rocks here. For me, when I was first setting these up, you got your tension string here. This is gonna be to set how much pressure you want on it. On a circle hook, I tend to set them a little lighter, but if you're using a J, I wouldn't be afraid to. You can take this tension string, and move it down. This is going to give you more pressure up here, so you're going to get a lot more of a J style set where you're yanking it back and kind of rip it into place. But you also got this trigger right here, and you can set this, and it's got holes in it. And it actually sets it, and it's got if you want it to be lighter, you move it forward. Oop, came up mistake. You can set this lighter. Now, if you want to take, and you got some real rough waters like I had this morning, I actually had them set back in here. And this string actually goes right here in this shoe. I think this is again. So you can set it, and that's going to set this horn right here back further in this eye. So it's going to take a lot more to set this off. So I'll kind of show you here. I'll grab this line. You see what it does. What it's going to do, that fish is going to hit that. It's going to release it. It's going to pull it back and set it. So if you're not right, if you're not right in front of your rods, or like me, I have my kids out with me a lot, and we'll have the lawn chairs set out, and they'll want to sit on my lap. Well, sometimes I can't get to the rod as fast as they hit. So I know bank fishing, especially out here on this harder lake to fish, it's a whole lot easier to have something that's going to help you out when you're distracted, or when you're talking to your kids, or your kids are asking questions, and you might be talking on YouTube and might be talking to your chat, and you have your back turned, and these are going to help assist you. They do a pretty dang good job. They're very nicely made. I was pretty impressed how light these things are too. Oops, a little too light.
Hey, Don, you've used yours a few times. What do you think of them?
So far, I'm getting older, and it takes me a while to Where I found they really help me is when suckers bite, because the suckers will just hit it and then they'll leave it. And about that time you get to your pole and they're just not there. And then you just get sat down and they'll pop it again. So
Yeah.
it worked good for there because they pop it right back and they're such an annoyance because they'll lay there and suck you all your bait right off your hook if you don't
Yeah.
catch it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep, and that's what they like. That's what the catfish like to do out here too. They'll try to nail it one time real good to try to hit that bait and knock it off, and then you'll be sitting out here with no bait for a while if you don't check your pulls pretty regularly.
Judy May says, Blue Eyes, good afternoon. How are you doing, my friend? Good morning, Judy.
Welcome in, Judy.
Yeah, I'm really anxious if I can set them deep enough to get them for them to work on the boat.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if when somebody comes by real close and wakes me, if it'll set them all off or not. But
Well, I'll tell you what, Don. We've got people that's actually using this for slow trolling for stripers down in southern Indiana.
oh yeah,
They'll hold the weight. These are used in the Mississippi River many times. You know the currents there. So I think with your trigger adjustment, if you adjusted a heavier, you'll be in good shape.
Yeah, I was pretty surprised how heavy they actually can set, and even really how light they can set too. Because I mean, they're even though that dial on it doesn't look like that you would gain that much from that, the inch either way. It's a tremendous amount. Just one dot back one way or the other changes it very significantly.
Lance is in the house.
good morning, Lance. Tim wants to know if you can use the guard dog with circle hooks, which I find it works real good for that.
Yeah, I got 2 circle hooks on, and then the B&M rod that's sitting here actually has a Kale hook on it. And somehow I didn't pack my J hooks because I was going to put one on because I know people have asked about it a lot. And generally I use a circle hook. So, but I should have. I thought they were already in my bag, but apparently they weren't this morning.
You're like
I'll
me.
tell you guys, I'm seeing I'm guessing probably 70% of our people's using circle hook. And the best part about a circle hook with a guard dog is it takes just enough pressure to trip that guard dog, and it'll slide that circle hook exactly where it's supposed to be in the corner of the mouth. They work great with a circle hook. But the best part about a circle hook with fishermen that I'm hearing is, again, there's going to be some of those times where a fish bites and you just can't get to it to reel down or pull up in time to fit it out. And that dog will just stick the hook no matter, whether it's a circle J, whatever it is. It's sort of a physics situation. A person's reaction time just can't get to pick up that pole and set that hook a lot of times on a quick bite.
And the older we get, the less agile we are to get to them, and our reaction time slows by year, unfortunately. So
Yeah, sometimes it's even if I'm close, if there's rocks or weeds or something, I can't move real fast through there. So that's where I like them.
Well, I'll tell you, Don, I'll tell you what, I actually, the best way to fish with a guard dog is to fish just like you normally fish. Use just a couple pulls, fish like normal. We ain't trying to change people's way of fishing. People love the way they fish. They're used to the way they fish. But the best thing about a guard dog is you can set them on a pole or two, depending on how many poles you're allowed in your states. Then you can set it a little farther away from you. You don't have to watch it as close. They just pick up those extra bonus. We don't want to change people's fishing style. I'm out there. I cast a lot while I'm fishing. I'll cast for baits. I'll do this. I'll do that. It just gives you a little extra pair of eyes and hands when you ain't available. Maybe you're baiting another rod. Maybe you're answering a text message. Whatever it is, they'll set that hook for you if you can't get to your rod.
Good morning, Ashley. Lance says when using the dog with circle is like reeling down and it hooks the fish in the corner of the mouth every time.
Well, the nice thing especially for bank anglers, if you're doing a tournament and someone's on a boat, you have a lot less odds in your favor because they can go to find fish. When you go to a bank and you're fishing, you're committed to a pretty specific area. You're not going to go generally too far because it burns up a lot of time the more you move. So the bites that you're going to get, you have a better chance of hooking up on them because you got something working in your favor. It's a pretty amazing tool to have especially for the price point of it. If you look at we'll use the active target, that it's a pretty significant amount of money to get it on your boat to assist you with catching some extra fish. I mean, it comes at a pretty hefty cost. And I mean, these things are way, way, way under that,
Right. I had the only one I've used was the old style. I haven't used new ones yet. I just got them a month or so ago. But if I get out and get a chance to go ice fishing, they work similar to what a jaw jacker does, except they're a lot easier to set up than a jaw jacker is. And with fishing, it was easy to catch on to because we troll with downriggers for salmon, and we're basically setting it up the same way. We crank down on that pole to at least get a lot of the slack out before we get to it.
Yeah.
If you have it stretched tight, sometimes the salmon will hit it and there's no give. They'll either tear it out, the hook out, or they will take and snap the line, because a lot of people think, well, a 30-pound fish, I should be able to pull it in with a 30-pound line.
Not always the case.
When you get to like pike and stuff, they're so fast that when they turn and run, if you got light line on, you got to be ready. And you really, even with the drag set light, they can just pop on that line, will pop your line.
It's just like when you hook into a gar. Look how fast a gar can move. It's just amazing how swift they are through the water. It only takes them a second to break you off.
Yeah, I've been going through my head thinking all different types of scenarios I can put it through this year.
Yeah.
Test it. That's right. Just get it out.
I don't miss too many bites, but this is just going to make it a lot easier with me getting older. And I think about when I was a kid, it always seems like when you get your back turned, you're bending down and pick up the bobber or something, you get that pop and you look up and nothing's happening. So my wife will say, hey, you had a bite. Now I got to pull in the line to check the bait, not knowing if it really was good or not.
Well,
Yeah,
best thing about the guard dog is is when you're not watching, and no one can watch their rods every second they're out there. We all get busy. We're all doing things. We're all fighting another fish. We're rebaiting a hook. It happens. I mean, it happens. But this just gives you that little extra advantage. This tool gives you that advantage that if you can use it on a spare rod or two, it's going to catch you a few extra fish because
There it goes.
There it goes.
When that first bite hits. There he goes.
Get him, Brad.
There he goes.
Just about the time of talking about it, he's running. I have to go up here. I'll be out of screen for just a second. He's running up the channel.
Guys, if you've never seen them in action in person, you're missing out. You're just missing out.
Yeah, I think I've seen that video, but I got a Whisker Seekers 38-inch pole, and it's pretty stiff, but we catch a lot of 15, 20-pound northern through the ice, but that little bit stiffer rod makes it real difficult to get the jaw jocker to work for me.
Yeah.
And the guard dog is so much easier to do, and it does perfect for ice fishing.
Yeah.
Yeah, too bad didn't have him.
Well, they'll catch you those few extra fish. Now, take them nowadays with groceries as high as they are. Hey, I'll take a couple extra fish in.
Oh, yeah.
True.
Yeah, I'm excited. I got my first tournament next week, and at the beginning, I showed how much snow we still have here.
Just have some rough weather.
Yeah, these big billboard signs right by Menards and Applebee's, it's piled up just about to the bottom of that sign.
Wow.
And I don't know how high they are, but I'm guessing probably 40 feet.
Wow.
And you can see this is actually on a kale hook. Look where it hit it. Right in the corner of the mouth.
Still got your bait.
Still got my bait.
Well, you
Ain't got
better
a decent channel.
You
Nice
better
fish,
send that
Brad.
in plenty.
Nice fish, brother.
Yeah.
That could be the winning video.
I don't think it works that way. I'm gonna go put him back.
Kamal, good morning.
Hey guys, yeah, Don, I'll tell you what. Let me tell your audience about our video competition. We've got a video competition for anybody that's using a guard dog. They can catch a fish, show the video from start to finish, from the guard dog actually tripping clear through, bringing in the fish, of course, to prove that it was caught on the guard dog.
Mm-hmm.
But we are going to post this on our Guard Dog on Duty Facebook group page that people can put their videos on, and we're going to have basically 3 cash prizes. It'll be a $500 first prize, $250 second prize, $100 third prize, and also for everybody that enters a video, they'll be included in a random drawing. We're going to be giving away a Mad Cat's fishing rod and some other really nice prizes. So if you're using your guard dogs, or if you're thinking about getting out there and getting some guard dogs, be sure to enter your videos. We ain't looking for most fish. We're not looking for biggest fish. Whoever gets the most votes on their video from the public, it could be a funny video, it could be a big fish video, it could be whoever gets the most votes, that's how we're going to determine winners. So make sure that if you're using your dogs, get us a video.
Yeah, it's too bad Lance can't catch a fish. He could draw you in. Just kidding with you, Lance. Good morning, Backwoods. kids good morning. Yeah, it's I'm looking forward to it. It's just goes to my, what kind of rig I'm using, this and that, and I can't think of a scenario that won't work real good for me. But I'm anxious to use the new one. And I passed my old one off about a month ago to my grandson's girlfriend. I gave her the guard dog and a fishing pole and a reel. So you might as well get into it, or you're not going to blend in.
Yeah.
I think she's better fishing than he is, but we'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been a great day, and I'm looking at different rigs I use on the bottom is going to make a difference with the guard dog too.
Right.
And even using a bobber, it's just, sometimes you just miss it. Just like then, Brad would have missed that bite if he had that guard dog or heard it, whichever.
I actually heard it because I was looking over in his channel because I could see some shads get jumping and skipping right off the edge of the rocks over here.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, too, guys. If you're doing live shows and you're out fishing, they really, really come in handy because you can really entertain your viewers. You don't have to take quite as close attention to your rods. You can actually talk a little more, but they're there just to take care of hooking a fish when you're not available, when you just don't see it. I'm 63 years old, Don, and I missed a lot of fish over my life because somebody said, "Hey, there goes the rod," and again, by the time I got there, it was too late.
Usually you'll end up hearing them come out too.
Years ago, I came up with this idea. Of course, I had to wait until I got some time to do this. But when I originally made my original guard dogs, they took off so fast I couldn't believe it, for one thing. But it's really helped me add a few more fish to my string. So.
It's nice too, because if you're looking away from it, you'll actually hear it come out of the eye, and you'll hear it set. So you don't even have to be looking for it. You'll hear that sound, and you'll know instantly what it is.
Yeah. In the early evening and stuff, I have a terrible time seeing my poles, but I always used black poles, so it didn't help unless they were up at the skylight. So now I don't have to worry about it because I'll be able to hear it and see it. So
that's why I like Uncle Lou's rods, because they got a great action for this area, and that tip that actually lights up and actually stays lit up for like 10 times longer than any other rod that I've used that had a glow tip.
Mm-hmm.
And they're real easy to see at night, even after they do stop eventually glowing. They're still not hard to see. You don't necessarily even have to have lights on because of that light color.
Yeah, I think in the evening and night, it's really going to pay off for me, because that's when I have my hardest time, because, you stare at the pole and you stare and stare and you swear that pole is moving. Yeah.
Well, like on the boat, usually when they hit them good, you'll feel it actually in the gunnel of the boat. If you have your hand up on it, you'll feel that thud, and you'll know. And it's kind of like with the guard dog too. When you hear that thud and that ting, you know instantly that fish is hooked up and ready for you to reel it in.
That's funny you mentioned that, because just before Lance started telling us all about the guard dog, I was looking for the old rod holder, stick your pole in, and then it releases and whips the pole up. And, they're heavy and they work fair. And then this came out, and it was like, oh man, answer to my prayers.
Yeah, what them spring rod holders are what, like 5 or 6 pounds a piece or something. I know they're pretty heavy.
If you get
I
a
know
good, yeah.
I know the jaw jacker is still like a pound and a half or 2 pounds. I mean, these things are, I think, Monty, didn't you say they're like 7 ounces?
The guard dog actually weighs 0.7 of 1 ounce. About a half an ounce.
Yeah.
All it weighs.
Yeah, there you go. I said it wrong. they're crazy light. The last time I actually went out fishing, I put it in my back pocket with my wallet, and I carried it all the way through the store and everything, and I didn't even realize it until I went to go pull my wallet out. They were sitting in my back pocket.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
they're so light that
Yeah, just like
not as light as
plain old.
my wallet is, but pretty light.
Hey,
You
gentlemen,
can-
I'll tell you what, I'm getting a lot of reverb on my computer. I'm going to get off of here. I'll be staying in tune and keep on watching. If you guys have any questions whatsoever, feel free to contact me, Brad, Lance, some of our other pros. But I enjoyed the show, and again, I'll be in the background while I'm watching y'all.
Well, I'm honored that you'd come up with me, but you got 2 minutes?
Sure.
I'll tell you what, you pick a number, and whoever gets closest without going over, I'll send them this guard dog.
Oh, that's awesome.
So if you want to start entering your numbers, and Monty will tell you what it is when we're done.
Sounds fantastic.
And
What is it? One to how many? 50?
Give a number from 1 to.
yeah, let's do 1 to 50. Make it competitive. And then I'll type in stop when we get there. And
Remember,
then-
one number apiece.
Yep, 1 number apiece. And then when we get there, we'll take and whoever goes on my page, my email address is there. If not, just yell and I'll post my email address and just send me your address and we'll get it out to you tomorrow.
Great.
That's why I have this one laying here. It's ready to go.
Great.
I'll have to do a couple more. I do in the spring. I try to do a giveaway for just to get rid of my old tackles so I can get new ones. But I do it for all my grandkids, my kids, and my great grandkids. And when I did it, we've always had a great time. I pack a bunch of little brown bags and then we just do the morning jello. And so it's going to be fun this year. But getting to be more of them all the time. So I had to order a bunch more weights from Brad and get some more stuff.
Yeah. It goes quick when you're fishing in front of dams in those dam areas.
Yeah. Thank you, Chris.
I don't know how well you can see it, but I always use the PVC rod holders from the bank just because they're light. And you can actually pick up these stakes really inexpensively. And these stakes work really well for them. And they're like $1.50, $2 a piece. And I mean, they can attach that tension string. It's pretty nice to use. Sometimes they ain't always pretty getting in the ground, but
yeah, I always keep those laying in the back of my truck and a soft blow hammer because I never know when I'm going to need one.
yeah, we always get those for the tent for those type of tent stakes, and I just grab some more. I'm like, well, if I'm not fishing, I can use them for the tent because it seems like we are always she likes to buy those plastic ones, and they break so dang easy. You hit them wrong one time and they're done.
Going over.
Hey guys, I'm having really problems here, and I'm going to have to get off of here. All I'm getting is bad echoes. So I thank you so much, Don. Everyone in chat, again, if you have any questions ever, feel free to ask. But Don, I want a lot of picks from you this summer.
All right.
All right.
All right, Monty, give us your number.
Hey, I thank you. I'll be watching, but I just can't hear real well.
Did you pick a number?
Hey, what number?
Yeah, between 1 and 50.
Do you want me to give it to you now?
Yeah.
Yep.
31.
31.
All right, we'll go check it out to see who won.
Hey, Don, thank you, brother.
Oh, you're more than welcome. Thank you for coming up and joining me.
We'll see you soon.
All right, Monty.
Take it easy, Monty.
Bye.
It looks like it's going to be between cat, fish, dog. I don't know how that one. She's 34 or he, and Dallas is 27.
It has to be on or not over.
I'm on and not over. It's fifth. Oh, between the 17.
So it has to be 31 or less.
Okay, I'm sorry. 35 is D.
So far, it looks like Dallas.
7, Dallas.
Is that right? Anybody else?
Looks like Dallas. That's the one I said. 445, 35, 31 is D.
Well, Dallas, if you send me your address, I'll send you your guard dog.
Hey, congratulations, Dallas. Welcome in, Ashley.
Good morning, Miss Ashley. Good morning, Chris. Can't remember. I got you. So many good friends in here today. I lose track. Yeah, that was good timing, Brad. While I was watching.
Hey, yeah. I'm like, what are the chances of it going down right when you're talking about it?
Yeah.
That bait's been out for an hour, probably an hour and a half. So get a little soak time today, I guess. Must have needed it. Wasn't a bad fish for out here either.
Yeah, I got a lot of things to try this year that I have never tried before, and I got a couple spooks. I didn't go crazy on them, but I got the small ones.
Yeah.
This was from Triple City Anglers. Whoop, whoop. And so I just got a small pack. The Tiger Fire is always a pretty hot color around here.
Yeah. I know in some bodies of water it seems like it matters, and other bodies of water it don't really seem like they rely on sight so much.
Well,
And
with all,
it's always kind of interesting to watch people fish, and then the areas, because some areas do really well with them and some people don't use them at all. So
yeah, I'm hoping with the current. I've used rattles before. I just haven't used that louder ones. The ones I have are pretty small.
yeah.
Let's see if I got something in here. But I've used the little inline rattlers in different colors. And then from Carolina Lake Weights, I got these cone-shaped ones with fins on. And I thought, well, I got them out in the current. That thing just constantly turning in the current might work pretty good.
Yeah.
But the other thing it might do is wear my lines. I get line breaks.
Hey, Dink, I'll give you a little quick view. I'll try to go semi-slow, but here's that channel that I'm fishing. I got one fishing like basically right in the mouth of that channel.
Yeah.
And ain't nobody out here but me. I could have used a good net guy though. I was short one of those. It made it interesting because I forgot to grab the net as I walked up on the bank, and some of this is pretty steep and rugged, so you got to kind of watch where you step.
Yeah, that's me. But I'm a lot better than I was last year. Last year and the year before, I'd tip over all the time. I couldn't keep my balance. But this year, I've been going to therapy, and she started me out teaching me how to walk from rock to rock without losing my balance.
Yeah.
Big sponge rubber half ball things, and I got stepped on them, and of course they give like a rocking walk, so that's going to pay off a lot. I told her we got to do our fishing, but this is a little deal. I swear by these for catfish, channel catfish. I put them
Yeah.
a little ways from the hook, and I've tried it many a times that to see if they really actually work or not. And
Yeah.
so
Sometimes it don't take too much, just enough to get it up off the bottom if they're feeding off the bottom.
But I find
That's all it really takes.
Yeah, I find it has to be that color, and I can't hardly find them anymore. They all went to the styrofoam. Those are hard plastic.
Yeah.
So they're orange and white a lot of times. All right.
I don't hardly ever see that color combination too often unless it's on a slip.
It's like a fluorescent orange and a chartreuse and
Yeah.
hard bodied, but I would even take and switch it from pole to pole, bait to bait and everything. And it was always the one that had that bead on is what I'd catch them on. I take my grandsons out one time, and that was the ultimate test. They were fishing. They couldn't catch a fish, and I was catching all kinds of them. And
the funny part is the two Uncle Lou rods both have pink spooks on it, and the B&M actually had a red and yellow spook.
Mm-hmm.
Listen to the
Sometimes you wonder if it's the color because the leader on the first one and the last one are really close to the same length, just different hook style, the same cut of bait and everything.
Well, Holly, you enjoy your day. Might be up in a day or so to see you. I got to go find it. I got that tournament with 3+1 next week, April 1st, sabotage tournament. And I got to go find some water
That's fishable
through. But I said the final sabotage is when they're going to decide who's my partner, and he's going to say, "Oh shit, not him." He might have it in the bag by himself until they go for the partners. But I think it'll be fun. I enjoy that. And then we have the Avid Battleship one coming up, and JBT said last night he was going to have a Channel Cat tournament coming up on the 22nd, I think. But
yeah.
I was going to get.
He was telling me about it because I've been giving him a hard time about him not using his guard dogs yet.
Yeah.
And he's like, I missed a fish. I'm like, if you would have had your guard dog out, you wouldn't have missed it because he was busy talking to us in chat and had his back turned and missed a couple.
Yeah, that's the way it happens, and that's what I'm excited about it. I got just a taste of it last year, and enough to work through some scenarios, and I can't see where it ain't going to work for me.
Dan Holmes.
Yeah. sometimes some things just make sense, and the fact that they're American made, and they're so well made, it's hard not to take and try to help a company like Monty's when it's such a good product, and it's so well made, and Monty's an awesome dude. I'll tell you, I probably talk to him about every day or at least every other day about this or that. I'm still new to the guard dog product, so I still tend to have questions myself about how much tension and stuff to put on them, because at first I didn't really know, was kind of messing around with them. Now I pretty much got it pretty well figured out.
Good morning, Jan. Yeah, I like the way you got yours rigged there.
I like to keep my stakes around 8 to 12 inches off of my holder, just so it gives it some room. It actually creates a really good angle for that to actually work, and it's a whole lot smoother having them just a little bit off the rod.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it gave me some ideas, because I like fast and extra fast tips, but not all that way. And I think it'll vary from tip to tip on.
Yeah. Well, if you look at the B&M where the black tab is, and if you look back into the Uncle Lou's where the Uncle Lou rod's actually quite a bit faster tip, it doesn't take near as much tension to set them, so you don't have to put a ton of weight. It's probably 4 or 5 inches difference on the tension clip from one string to the next, and they're sitting pretty close of each other.
Yeah, like I said, so many different options with it, where
I can't wait to try to do some dragging and set the tension quite a bit higher the other way. Mm-hmm. Because when you're dragging them flats and stuff, you can go a long time before they ever hang up, and a lot of times you'll get bites and miss them just because you don't get to crank down as fast as they hit it, and you're not going to sit there and stand at the rod the whole time. If you do like we do, we've taken we get everything set out, get our planer boards set out, dragging off of them, and then dragging and suspending rods. We'll sit there, play on our phones, or talk to each other about stuff, and just whatever comes up, and you're not always paying attention to it.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see, sometimes when you're dragging like that, you're not sure whether it was a bite or
a hang up. Yeah.
And that little bit of hesitation for my mind to process it makes all the difference in the world.
You'll have that delay of what's it doing, because sometimes when dragging, they'll hit it so quick that you don't even have a chance to react, and it's done. And some of them will chase, if they hit it the first time, they'll chase it down and go after it again if they want it bad enough.
Yeah, this has been a pretty informative live this morning for me. But yeah, I'm anxious. I got a good selection of sinkers, and we have from sand to mud to coal veins.
Yeah, and you'll have a lot more coming here very, very soon.
And so I'm anxious to see, because all of us uses a different weight.
Yep.
And I like the teardrop ones. They don't hold it well enough for me, but what's nice is if you give a good yank on them, they'll flutter up right off the bottom, so you don't get snagged on the rocks as much.
Yeah.
But
I can see that. I'm sure your retrieve ratios, you probably want it quite a bit higher, don't you?
Yeah.
So pull it up and then try to get it to kind of like do like a jig where you reel it it'll come up, get it to ski.
Yeah, you can't see what that bottom. You know, there's rocks or trees down there, but you can't exactly see. Well, how wide are the crevices? Should I go to a wider sinker or a narrower one?
Yeah,
And the one
that's
like
the thing. You
one
never
place
know.
fish. There's somebody said there's an old tree out there. I'm not really sure they're right, but there are some rock, and it used to be a coal vein, and that coal vein is kind of flat, so something wider pulls up over it easier.
Backwoods misfits.
You've been in here since the beginning.
I did say no, I didn't.
Backwoods,
Twice.
Paulette's saying hi to you again.
He's twice.
She must like you. May I have to watch?
She just wanted to make sure he wasn't left out.
Yeah. I've been saying things so much I forget who.
Good morning, John. What a pleasure to see you in here. No, he just drowned in worms.
I got cut shad out. But John, there is a fish in the video, so it is a fishing video.
He's got proof.
Yeah, while he was talking to Monty about the guard dog, it went off behind him and he caught a fish. So you'll have one for the video.
One for one.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's going to be a whole new season for me this year. Healthier and older and wiser. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, I'll get heavy on the older.
I got to be careful.
That's kind of the nice thing, though. Every year you're out fishing, you pick up something or you notice something just a little different. So, like, I haven't fished this spot in probably 5 years, and when I showed you, or when I turned the camera, did you see that? You seen that other bank?
Yeah.
Right across. When I was a kid, they dozed all this out on this side, and that whole, it's actually island. There's actually water on the other side of it for a private pond, but that used to be a whole big bay. And I can't tell you, when that bay was there, how many times I broke off 50-pound test over here on something. And I never did get to see it. And I had it happen a couple times in one night. But since they put that in there, it's changed a lot of this back here, because you used to be able to come out back here and catch, 15, 20 fish a person pretty easily. And they were, 8 to 12. Every once in a while you get a 13-pounder.
Mm-hmm.
Now since they've been doing a lot of work around this lake with the algae bloom and stuff, some of the fish have kind of went downhill. You're generally going to catch a 2 to 5 pounder. Every once in a while you'll catch an 8 or 10, and some people still catch some 12s out of here, but they don't really hang in this section.
Yes, the low water level has kept me for years from being able to go to where the little Missouri River runs into the big Missouri River. And when I was a kid, that's where I always went for catfish.
Yeah.
And
good morning, Don.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, chat.
And
As I drop in and see how everybody was doing.
we're doing
Working on catching some fish.
I hear the birds in the background enjoying a sunny day.
Oh, it's actually starting to be pretty nice out. It was all frosted up this morning pretty hard. I was crunching through all this, and now it's finally pretty much gone.
Right. Yeah, at least the wind ain't as bad as it was yesterday.
It was pretty bad. It was pretty bad out here earlier. It's mellowed out. Actually, made for a pretty nice day.
Yeah, I like to try to get out this evening, but don't know how today's going to go yet. I still got to deliver this load and reload. We'll see. I may have time a little later on today. A couple hours to get out.
You try to get out and go fishing?
Go try. Got my fishing poles right there. They're like up there. There they are right there.
Yeah, do you use these type of 3-ways?
I normally don't, but I usually don't make that dropper rig.
Mm-hmm.
Usually, so I'll take them quick clips sometimes and go right into the swivel if I'm going to do that. But usually I have sinker slides on, but I didn't have enough in my box to redo some of this line. So I just did some quick clips on them and hung sinkers off of them, right off the swivel.
She did good, fishing frustrations. Doing good. Hey, Indiana Chris.
Oh, I didn't know how she was doing.
So you caught a fish today, huh?
Yep.
Oh, God, there's that Lance McCoo guy. How you doing, Lance? No, I'm not drawing baits, not yet. I gotta watch out for the 4-wheelers.
I hear you.
But hopefully I'm gonna try to drown some 4 or 5 day old chicken livers. I don't know how that's gonna work out.
Only time's gonna tell you.
Yeah, I'm about afraid to open the lid on it. You know what I mean?
Oh, I bet it's pretty prime for catfish.
Where's he driving?
Might be chum bait today.
You can't see what he's driving.
Yes, better. Oh, I'm envious you guys even going fishing.
This is probably the nicest day we've had so far, honestly.
Yeah, they said yesterday, you know, I wish I could be a weatherman and get by with all the lies that they tell.
They get good at it.
It's supposed to be like 70 degrees yesterday. We got 48. But it is nice today, though. Where are you fishing at, Brad?
Grand Lake, St. Mary's.
Good God, that lake's big.
Yeah, it don't take
big lake.
There's a lot of good fishing around in here. If you got the time to spend over here, you spend 3 or 4 years over here, you'll figure out patterns of it pretty quick. But it's a lot of ground and a lot of bank to cover.
Right. Well, that's with anybody in water. The more time you spend on it, the more you're going to learn about it. Just like, you know, we talked last night about the birds and the berries and the pollen and sap.
Yeah.
And if you just pay attention, not just what's in the water, but what's falling in the water.
Yeah. The trees are actually look like they're starting to bud, some of them.
Yeah, my wife sent me a picture of the lilac. They're starting to bud at the house.
Yep. They we grew up fishing this lake, so I have a lot of time over here. So generally on this lake, whatever the wind blown side, if it's in your face and you're fishing, it's usually where you have your best luck at.
Yep.
Most of the time.
Now, I can remember years ago something happened with that lake. They had a big fish kill off.
Yeah, they had a big algae bloom, and they've been treating the water, and it is considerably better. Indian Lake did that, and they cleaned it up so good it was clear, and then they had a bunch of growth off the bottom from all all the plant life that grew after the water was cleared and the sun actually made it to the bottom, and then it made a big mess. They've been fighting with all last year they were fighting with it, trying to clean it up.
If you don't get on the Indian Lake early, you're fighting weeds the whole time.
Yep.
They really don't surface a whole lot. They stay about right at the edge of the water.
Yeah, you'll tangle them up in your prop and be pulling your motor up every not very far. It don't take it very long.
I fished Indian Lake last year, and like for that first couple casts, bring stuff in. I'm like, bunch of seaweed. I'm like, I'm done with this, out of here. Because if you fish, you have a hard time finding that bait.
Oh yeah.
That grass.
John Paulette wants to know what the weather's like and where you're trucking at.
I'm actually still in Ohio, excuse me, but still taking my voice back. I am in northeast Ohio, well, kind of north, central, east. Columbiana, Ohio is probably the closest city that I'm around. Oh, it's sunny, clear skies. Temperature 52.
Dallas, why don't you try sending your address one more time? I approved the friend's request, but I didn't get the address. So if you wouldn't mind sending it one more time.
On Messenger. Did you look Messenger?
Yeah.
I moved the sensitivity up a little bit on that last rod. It's got a pretty light sinker on it, and it's starting to calm out a little bit. We'll see if it stays.
Does he have bird dogs and all of them?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're all just watching and waiting for that pole to go.
I know. As soon as I turn my back, it goes off, but I sit here and watch them, and then you wait.
Guard dogs.
Yeah, I got a couple more.
And Christmas presents.
Mm-hmm. Or for the giveaway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know why she wants to know what your weather conditions and how you're doing, John. I'll have to keep an eye on her. She might be.
Florida, and I said, God, those roads look so nice.
Now, I don't really go too far out of Ohio now. I'm with this company that makes titanium.
Right.
And I hold their product only. And mainly a shuttle from their warehouse, or I'll run up into Pennsylvania or by Pittsburgh and grab some and bring back to the warehouse. But they made me their yard truck.
Yeah, you wouldn't.
So,
we had such a hard frost the last 4 mornings that when you get out on the streets and the back roads, they're just completely white, and that's worse than snow.
Yeah, especially if it melts a little bit and freezes, and then it's like a giant piece of glass.
I'm actually probably about 30 miles from that East Palestine train wreck. That's about where I'm at now.
So you're in the toxic zone.
That's probably what's on my voice. My wife's like, you've been around there since that's happened. I said, yeah. And I've been on the river, fishing the river since it's happened. Who knows? Someone try to take me out.
Seeing how many drop in.
Or I just talk too much.
Yeah, I didn't know that until.
Yeah, because it is 10 of them.
Well, guys, I got to get back to my gardening and stuff. I really had a good time this morning.
Gardening?
Yeah, I'm getting my chives and herbs all planted. And
You're indoor gardening.
Yeah, I got about 50
Say,
peppers going, and everything from a sweet pepper to a ghost pepper.
Heck yeah.
yeah,
Ain't nothing wrong with that. John likes hot stuff.
Yeah.
now, Brad,
If I
I'm
wait,
scarred for life.
if I wait till the snow melts, I won't get a crop till August.
That's about
Yeah.
right. When I lived up in Michigan, up there, Gaylord, we was on the 45th parallel, and right at Halloween, it was like clockwork every year. Halloween, it would start snowing all the way up to Easter. That was it. Then it went straight into summer, right into winter. Summer and winter, that's all you had.
Actually,
That'd be
I'm
horrible.
sit and look at my plants and play with my fishing gear instead. Oh, I'm so ready. That's going to be interesting next weekend because I mean everything's iced over. The ice is so thick. I don't even know if my ice auger would go through
No kidding.
them.
That's how it was on Erie
You have
last
that
year.
stuff. I thought Ohio had it bad, but
Yeah, people say
Erie,
I never drive on
I've been
that
on
ice.
that.
And I try to tell them, pavement don't crush underneath your car. Why would ice when it's 3 times as thick as the pavement?
Mhm.
Thanks for coming in, Lance. Dallas, I got it this time, so I'm set to go.
Thank you for having me up, Don. I appreciate it.
Oh, no problem. It's
Yeah, thanks for having me come up. I know I wasn't up there for long,
exciting.
but
People are willing to pop up. Good morning, Blue Eyes.
How you doing, bro?
How you doing today?
Yeah, canny.
Thankful foods of the year. Yes.
Frustrations, you're muted, buddy.
Blue
No one
Eyes,
can hear you.
that was an interesting sinker.
Sorry.
Yeah, those are cool.
These are lifters. So your
Yep.
lines on them, so you lift them and they catch in the water and come up like that.
Oh, yeah.
That's a 4.5 ounce approximately, and that's a 5 ounce, 5.5 ounce. This one's a bit stubbier.
Never seen something like that.
Yeah.
They're pretty
I've
cool.
never
I
seen
don't even
anything
know.
like it either.
I don't know if you can even get those around here. Maybe in a custom mold, probably.
Yeah. My brother bought the mold for this fella. I bought the mold for this one, and the grip
Right
legs
there,
as well.
Brad. Be the first one to
Pretty
have it in the United States.
probably. There ain't anybody. I've never seen anybody over here carry them. I've seen them before,
I
just
got
from
Right.
looking up molds. But
yeah, I got them.
I'm sure someone custom cuts that out of a CNC.
Yeah.
Just by looking how smooth it is.
Can you buy from UK eBay, or is that too expensive on delivery?
Right. Oh,
I don't.
yeah, definitely.
Delivery is always expensive.
Yeah.
Well, it might not be bad coming in, but it's bad for us to ship stuff out. I know that. It's usually 3 times worse to send something out than to bring something in.
Yeah, I've sent stuff to Canada, Australia, Norway, and the USA, and it's not exactly cheap. That's understandable.
Yeah. They're pretty neat though. It's neat actually seeing someone have one in their hands instead of just seeing a picture of it.
Well,
Yeah.
I've also got some other weights, but they're in the garage. But they're for like sabiki rigs,
Mm-hmm.
and they've got pins on them, so the flat are like that when you're reeling in.
Oh
So
yeah. I don't know if I've seen one of them.
like that, and if you when it drops down, it'll flutter down like that, and it makes your little sabiki feathers work.
That's
Yes.
pretty cool.
I'll dig them out because, as I say, I'm trying to get all my fishing gear into my garage so I can move them in flat.
It'd be pretty cool to see them fishing frustrations.
Well, there's two sizes. I think one's about half an ounce or 3/4 of an ounce, and the other one's a little bit bigger. But I'll dig them
Huh.
out and I'll
That,
do a video on them.
that'd be pretty nice for deep water.
Yep.
Oh, got one.
Yeah, I heard something fly off.
Yep.
Now we got to stay and watch.
Oh yeah.
Now I got to figure out how I'm getting my net.
Oh, you don't need a net.
It's always in the wrong spot.
You got to put your net next to your rod. Go on.
Hi, Paulette.
Hi.
Paulette, I didn't realize it was you in chat.
Yeah, she's the chatter.
Sometimes yes, sometimes no.
This is on a circle hook too. The first one was on that kale.
I'm going to ask you, did you try different type of hooks on them?
Yeah, I forgot my J hooks, but we caught one on a kale hook and this one's on a circle.
Right. They put some weight on them.
In the
They
net.
should be getting fat up a little bit.
Yeah, the first one I caught was bigger than this one. This one's a couple pounds.
That's 2 fish caught on them duck things.
The first one was
got
like,
Oops, tangled up.
well, Jan got her potatoes and onions in the ground yesterday. Oh, Jan, I'm so jealous.
Yeah. Mine ain't going in the ground. Lucky if I can get them outside for another month and a half. Well, I'll tell you that. We caught enough for our supper tonight. Now you have to start working on yours.
Now I gotta get it out of the corner of his mouth. Oh my gosh.
He took it deeper.
There we go.
Some nice channels.
Nice.
Still not. It might be 3 pounds. Still pretty nice fish.
Is that a female, Brad?
I don't really know.
I can't see by the hand. It's too far away. Usually you can tell by their hand. Hand's female. See how they got a smaller mouth?
Look how full that stomach is. It's packed full.
Oh, yeah. Well,
They're
people
eating.
get ready. They're fattening up. And they
Oh, yeah.
got to lay them eggs. She probably already got eggs started in them, be my guess. But they're only
Yeah, it
about
might.
a little over a month out.
That was actually on the bigger. That was on an A-dot circle.
If I have them laying together, I can tell the difference, but otherwise, I'm not really sure.
Be 2 seconds.
Yeah.
I've got in the female, the males are a lot darker. We're showing the river should tell by the hand, the mouth, some of the colors. A lot of people think mistakenly the male channel cat from blue cat, Ohio. Blue cat, now it's a male channel cat.
Well, guys, I surely appreciate y'all coming up, but I'm going to run this time. We're going to let Brad get out there and catch enough for supper.
They're starting to bite, so that's a good thing.
Good to see you, John, Brad. I'm out. We'll see you next year.
Blue
Yeah,
Eyes,
take it
for coming
take it easy, everybody. Have a good day.
Thinker, that was really quite interesting.
It was a good morning. Thanks for the coffee time.
Yeah.
We'll see y'all next Sunday, 9:00.
Sounds good.
All right.
Take it easy. Have a good day. Have a good day, Don.
Yep. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.